Huh? Hmm. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lionheart server. If you don't recognize this place, it's because you haven't been watching since the early start of the season. That's okay. This is our starter base. I've mentioned it a few times during the season. The fact is I have never finished this thing. Look, we made it through the door. I'm a professional Minecrafter, guys. We were able to walk backwards through a door in F5 mode. Oh, we made it back out too. Oh my goodness. Hooray for, can we do it? Hooray for me. Anyway, so today, guys, we're gonna work on this and try to finish it off because I never did. And then we're gonna go, and we're also gonna, not then, but before we work on this, we're actually gonna go. I met up with Braiger and inven, and they asked me to do a little bit of redstone for them. So we're gonna go meet up and take care of that project, and then once we're finished working here at the starter base, then we're going to head into the end again. Because we've been there every episode for like a while now, which is why I thought it might be best to start another episode outside of the end for a change. But we're going to go and address the Twitter poll that we did the other day about the chess game, whether we should do armor stands or banners or what. And yeah, so that's pretty much just going to happen this episode. So, you know, enjoy, and let's get started.
Basically, what we're doing is a type of capture the flag with boats.
Okay.
With 2 teams. And the objective is to get all 3 items that are going to be inside the ships.
Okay.
And you can only see 1 item at a time. So when you take it, you can either just run back to your boat with it, or you can risk waiting there for the next one, but then you risk also getting killed while waiting.
Right.
And we were talking about adding like a beacon feature too, to where both start off with a strength at the beginning.
Yeah.
If you capture the first item, then your team loses that strength for a round.
Okay.
So that it becomes risky winning, but you get strength again if you get the last one.
So do you guys have beacons already?
No.
It's good. Do you guys know where the wither farm is?
Yeah. You learned.
Okay,
Dan
good.
came on and helped us.
Good. Yeah, because I noticed somebody got a tour the other day, and they were like missed out on a lot of big important things, and I'm like, I was like, hey Z, you sure you don't want a tour after being on the server for months?
But yeah, we only have 3 with us, so we do need 3 more for another beacon then.
Okay.
Well, we'll need like 2 beacons on each side now.
Yeah.
2 beacons?
No, we only need 1.
Well, if you want to switch the sides, like if you only want strength on one side, and also...
Yeah, you just cover that beacon.
Couldn't you get strength 1? Or you just, strength's all you need, right?
Yes, you have strength on both. The one over here and the one over
you'd
there.
have to,
Then you just cover up the one you don't want
with
to
a block.
Anymore.
So where's this chest gonna be?
The chest was gonna be
so
down
let's right here?
Yeah, in this room.
Okay, so how much space can I have to work with? Because what happens if I go underneath?
There's gonna be water, but you can just dig it into the ground like.
Yeah, we should probably make some sort of like.
We don't need the water under it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it might make it look nicer if I can use some of the underneath. Just fill that in.
This needs to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright guys, well I attempted to do this like on camera, but I kept getting interrupted, like phone calls and people knocking on my door and stuff, so I decided to just finish it up and then I would explain what all's going on here. And yeah. So what we have is we have 1 item in here. Their specifications they wanted to be able to have 1 item ready for a player to come steal from the chest. And then once that item was removed, then 1 more item would then be replaced a minute later. And so what we've done here is we have a pulse extender which is very similar to Ethel Hopper clock. So it's only going to run for a certain amount of time. It's not going to continue to run. So it's a clock it's like a stopwatch. It'll stop after a certain amount of time and then only run again when we start it. So what we do is we have this inverted signal here because the parameter has power from the chest. It then turns this off, and then we go through a monostable circuit so that when we activate this piston, it'll activate and then shut off. And that sends a block update to that piston down there. And because of the way this pulse extender works, you only need to send a block update to the clock, and it'll run until all the items run into the hopper that we're looking at and then back. And because it's a sticky piston, when this piston retracts for the final time, it'll bring the block with it, leaving all the items inside of this hopper right here. Now what happens is once it starts, we will power this side, and as you can see, this side stays unpowered because there's no items in this side, leaving the comparator turned off, which you can't see up there, but yeah, our torch up there at the top is turned on. And basically we have this torch tower that inverts everything so that it's on. And the reason we want it on up there is so that once this clock stops, we'll then get a power activation to these two droppers. Now we have two droppers because we don't want players to be able to reach into this dropper and take an item before the minute's up. So our items are down here. Being that we're playing Java Edition, obviously, there's bud powering and actually droppers activate each other. So by activating this one, we're activating both at the same time. So we pull the item from this dropper all the way to the chest, just the one item. And there'll never be an item in this dropper. And that logic there is what keeps players from being able to cheat the system. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I don't know if maybe I've explained it really well. But you know, torches invert each other, so we had to do kind of a weird thing here where we put a repeater into a block and then kind of have to like rejigger, you know, instead of going straight up, we kind of had to do diagonals here so that we could get the right signal at the right place. But I mean, it's fairly simple, and nothing's going to happen until it's ready to be activated. So that's pretty nice. Now, they also mentioned like a beacon system. And all that we need to do on that beacon system is, if I understood it correctly, if there's no item in the chest, they want to remove strength from the team that had their item taken, which means that we could take actually a signal from here, or we could take a signal from here and just move a piston out of the way, which means we could actually put a repeater here, or even take another on signal from the bottom, such as this one here. We could actually take this signal here and have a beacon down here or wherever it is, and just push the piston out of the way, push the block out of the way, or on top of push a block on top of the beacon, so to speak, so that it blocks the signal. And it could be that simple. So I'll have to find out for them when they get the beacons up what we need to do exactly for there. But I've already got this side over here finished as well, and I guess you're gonna have to climb up this ladder now. And I will say, I didn't mention it in the clip when we were over there. I kind of cut that bit out, but this place looks amazing. Braiger and inven, awesome builders. They built that house over there, and what a great location. Now, I did mention to them that there was one kind of closer to them that they could have used, but I don't think it would have been anywhere near as beautiful as having these ships in the middle of the jungle. Yeah, great job, guys. They have this little starter bases here, and oh wow, they've got it set up where you got to go all the way around. Okay, yeah, I've got their chest and everything set up here and blocked in. They can do what they want to, but yeah, it's done and ready, and I hope you guys enjoy this redstone bit, Braiger and inven. Hopefully it works right for you. If not, let me know. I will come investigate what needs to be done. So let's head back to the starter base. I guess I will add this clip in here because in order to get to Braiger and inven, you have to come through infamous monkeys. base he started here in the jungle. And no pressure, my friend, but this place looks amazing, even not being finished. It's kind of we lost somebody amazing by you not playing anymore. So, you know, if you ever do get the inspiration, man, I do hope you come back and play with us again. Because, you know, Minecraft lost an amazing builder if you don't play anymore. So, but anyways, each their own. I'd just like to say that go back and watch his old videos because he is epic at building. So anyways, guys, let's go back to what we're doing. Well, okay, so I've laid out some potential flooring ideas, and I think this is what I want to go with. So what we need to do is figure out where's my stuff? I had okay, here they are. Sorry, I couldn't like my glass. I think you put my glasses on. I think. Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking like we can corner this section off and make it like a reading nook kind of thing. If we put bookshelves underneath the staircase this way. Continue our staircase. We can make it 3 wide, I guess. It's not going to be... We've got a crafting table down here. It's not going to be, like, ramped, but it's not going to be, like, super, like, we're being amazingly functional, kind of... Like, I don't know. We're just going to try to make this look as best as possible without making things look cramped or anything like that. So we only need bookshelves on the one side, but I thought maybe having... And this does... Granted, I think it looks weird. Maybe we need a larger platform. So let's approach that idea a little bit. Don't really have to change the bookshelves to make that bigger. It probably needs to be 3 wide, given the situation. So we do. So that forces us to have a bookshelf there now. And bring it down. That's okay. I'm glad I bought plenty of bookshelves from the villagers before I started this. That actually looks nice. That actually looks nice. So you come in the door, you got a stairwell to your left. It's down as we go up. It's in the way now. Yeah, and it doesn't feel too bad actually. It lets this feel reasonable versus flat against the wall, right? Okay. So I think what we would do then is fill this in with our bookshelves. And then I don't know what wood we would use exactly in here. I was wanting to go for modern, but like this modern style was modern even in like the 70s. So what we could do is do something like this and make this like a closet. I think that could look pretty good, and back then wood would have been an acceptable used item in everything. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a crafting table up here and just chuck this in this corner like that. And let's make a few. We want to make a few. We can go with a spruce too, so make a few fences. Use the fences to wall things off, right? Originally was thinking about using inrods, but I think the fences will be okay. So we're gonna come in here and have this. We also need a stairwell going up here. Let's get rid of these really. Hopefully this video is not gonna be like 400 years long, because I was editing some of the stuff beforehand. I know we're already like 10 minutes, so I don't want to talk about every single thing we do, but I just kind of want to give you guys an idea. I want to make like a space here, like a sitting area, and I want to make a sitting area there. Just real simple, maybe a painting on the wall behind it. And then we need a staircase going up that way, and all that'll have rails on it. So let me work on that a little bit, and then I'll bring you guys back and let you show what I did. I just wanted to kind of share my concepts on this. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, well, did I say a little bit of work? I may have went a little bit overboard, to be honest. Oh, I put a dragon head on. Just don't mind me. Don't mind me. I might want to pick that back up. Anyways, let's put our regular head back on before we get too distracted. I think it looks epic. I mean, I never expected for this to work out as nicely as it has. And to be honest, I've worked on this for 3 days. So it's like 3 days later since the last explanation clip of what I thought I might be doing here. And I just got carried away, and I wanted to do this with you guys, but to be honest, this would have, because it took 3 days, I don't know what I would have shown you really, other than the concept. And so let's walk through here, and I would love to actually add some more bushes in. So let's say that I'm not entirely done. This needs one of them, a trapdoor. And this was like probably the most fun I've had working on a project in quite a while. I don't normally do interiors. I didn't really do anything back here. And I would like to add some more potted plants. Oh, come on. These so easy to break. That's okay. So let's put that back in there. Yeah, so we've got come around the corner. I love manipulating blocks. Like being able to put the painting on the wall with these things are nice. Got a cow here, got a slime. Got me on a pedestal, you know. You can prayed to the Redstone god Ike. I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, so I kind of liked how these paintings were. This one's always reminded me of an angel. I don't know what it is. So you got the good and the dark. So it's kind of like I've got the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you know, those old comedic skits in television shows. And of course a painting and a thing here. Our little sitting room. This guy needs a plant, which I don't have on me. But yeah, a little potted plant there. Just a little place to come get away from everybody. And come around the corner. And I love the way this staircase, because I've mixed 3 woods here. I've got the oak, I've got the birch, and then I've got the spruce. And of course, we come in here, I've got a little bit of light. This is kind of the bedroom, sadly. I put a pumpkin in there. I don't know why. Just because I had it. But it's the bedroom. You can read, can whatever. You don't really need a lot of bedroom space in Minecraft, so technically it's a closet. Our massive TV here. That's the only TV painting, really, you know. Of course, we've got our other shelving, which could be, you know, DVDs or whatever. And, yeah, our little kitchen, which I thought turned out... This is a perfect, like, Minecraft hack. This is just a painting. This is, though, what got me started on doing the map thing. So it's just item frames on the wall. You can even put carpets against them. Little drawers here. I would love to have done like above cabinets, but they didn't. I don't really have room because of this window. At first I had this entire like stairwell thing all the way across to look like a hooded vent. But I ended up settling with that because it looks nice, you know, because obviously these are the ovens, and maybe I'll put some, what are they called? Detector rails on top of those. Yeah. So I got our little desk here. And this painting is just or this map is just a map of the nether. That's how they always are going to turn out. So I thought it kind of looked like a, you know, a screensaver on a computer. And then just did a little paintings up there. And I loved the bar lighting. Kind of like, yeah. So something I've always liked with the inrods is just putting the iron trapdoors on them and making them look like they're those fluorescent lights. There you go. Only better. I don't know why I went with the blaze heads, I guess, for these armor stands, because I have tons of them from the blaze farm. And gold was the armor that I already had here. And so I went ahead and went with the yellow carpet and got some banners and stuff, obviously. So let's go ahead and go all the way to the top. Oh yeah, I really liked this. The whole idea for the inrods and the trapdoors to go in the house at all came from me feeling like there needed to be some sort of explanation for why this rail wasn't attached to anything. And so by giving the lights, by hanging the lights from the rail, it just makes it look like it makes sense. Our little reading nook here, or a little sitting nook, and these are just little things from throughout the season. That's where I killed black smoke 64 times. And that's just another blaze head. Just a lie in a bush plant. We can come out here. And the reason I had picked this place to begin with is because look how beautiful that all this is. It needs to be cleaned up and terraformed, and I'm going to do that. But we can also look out and have a great view of Spawn Town. You know, if you could sit here, you could see all that. Then we can come up here, and there's not really a lot going on. I've kind of thought maybe we could just throw the carpets in up here. I haven't really put too much thought into it. Because personally, I think the glowstone looks okay. Now we have this little section to walk out. And I did this because there's really no other way to get here. And actually were able to fall in through here until I put a trapdoor there. That one can come out. So I went ahead and changed that up. But it's still kind of nice to like have a way through to see this side, even though it's through the iron bars. And we'll go ahead and continue to add these. I really wanted to do this staircase inside, but I chose not to. So I added it on the outside there because we needed a way up to the top level anyways. I wanted to be able to go up to the top and be able to look off there if we wanted to. And you know, we've got a walkway all the way around the back, which we could put some carpets down, maybe some gray carpets up here. Something I'll do off camera to see the landscape and the view and everything. And then we've got this around here, and we can just come walk right up it. I did the iron bars so we couldn't fall off or anything. And it looks a little strange from the outside, I will admit, but it's better than it just hanging there. So it's nice to be able to me, one of the reasons I wanted to be able to come to the roof, because it's a beautiful thing to be able to look down into this building and see how this room looks. I think it looks really great, much better than I expected. And plus from the roof, it's probably the best place to take off from, right? So, yep. I am at this point ecstatic with how this build has turned out. It still needs some work downstairs, and we're gonna have to work on putting up our head monument down there before the season's over. So we do still have quite a bit of time left, I'm hoping, anyways, to get that done. So we're going to leave off from this project, and we're going to revisit again next episode, because I know this one's going pretty long. And like I said, I wish I could have done all of this with you guys. And honestly, I'm super impressed with how this has turned out, because I've never really put any effort into doing an interior like this before. And yeah, I'm happy with the skills that I picked up. Now, one tip I will give you guys is that when you're gonna mix a lot of different woods together, like I've done here, just do it all over the place. This is the only out of place wood that I use. This is some spruce logs, and it could be added in other places. But you know, we got the spruce stairs, birch wood, spruce, oak. You know, and just by mixing them up like that, not just in one area of the build, but everywhere, it kind of gives it that flow to make you feel like it's a part of, you know, it's meant to be that way, and it doesn't stick out so bad. It actually makes it look warm and homely and nice. So you get forced to do that anyways because of bookshelves and trapdoors, so you might as well roll with it, right? But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this build. We're actually going to have to run to the end now and deal with our little Twitter poll and see how that turned out. Yeah, so I'll see you guys over at the end. And yeah, set up the armor stands, and I raised up the ones in the back on a glass block. Now, when I did the Twitter poll, I think you guys were under the impression that if we set up armor stands, that we would be playing the game. And quite frankly, as close to the end of the season as we are, I would say that some people will be out here doing, playing the mini games and stuff like that. But to be honest, you know, if we can avoid playing a long game of chess on a video, that's probably what's going to happen. So I would say most likely this is one that's not going to get played anyways. So I went ahead and decided, since you guys had an overwhelming response, that armor stands would be a good thing if it were for looks. That's what we went for, although the vote was mainly for banners and for armor stands so it could be played. And in that case, you know, it could also be played over here on this board. So I can still make the banners, but for right now, I'm setting up these armor stands. And this is what I've kind of come up with. This would typically be your white color. But the blaze heads are all yellow, so I went ahead and went with the gold. And plus, it was easier to get. And also, I could just have a little bit more fun with it, to be honest. So the cows are our rooks, and then the slimes are our knights, and then our bishops are the husk. And of course, the chicken's got to be the king. And because the dragon's considered a girl, it's going to be the queen. So we're actually going to do the queen as the dragon over here as well, just for consistency and just because it's black. So the king over here, I would say, needs to be the wither, and then our bishops are going to be the witches, and then our knights will be the magma cubes. And then I'm undecided. I've got a spider head and I've got a bat head, and I don't have duplicates of either, I don't think. Maybe I did have more than one spider head. Yeah, I do. Okay, so basically the bat head won't go, maybe. Although I really wanted to use that. The spiders can be the rooks. So, I mean, we could, if we take the wither skull off, we could put the bat head. Yeah, let's just use the bat instead of the wither skull. I kind of like that anyways. And we've got this consistent look around here. I went with the unenchanted leather armor and the unenchanted gold for the front. And then I went with the enchanted stuff for the back to kind of help it pop out a little bit. Let it look like they're a little bit more important and everything. But yeah, guys, let me know how you think that turned out. I think it's pretty cool, and I was glad to be excited about being a little creative with what I chose for each thing. But anyways, guys, it's going to be all the time we have for this episode because, you know, we're over 24 minutes already when I started this clip. So, guys, this has been Ike here bringing you ideas and tutorials to help you survive and thrive in Minecraft. And until next time, guys, happy Minecraft, and we'll see you later.